In Beijing's Chaoyang district, the sudden death of actor Menglong has become one of the most puzzling and sensational stories to grip the entertainment industry in years. What was first reported as a tragic fall from the top floor of a luxury apartment has since unraveled into a swirl of rumors, deleted posts, and leaked fragments of surveillance footage that suggest something far darker. The incident has drawn enormous public attention, sparking outrage, speculation, and endless debate, with many still waiting for an official conclusion from the authorities. According to sources that claim to have access to investigation details, Menglong attended a private gathering on the night of September 11th in the top-floor duplex apartment of a longtime acquaintance and screenwriter known only as Xiao. 17 individuals were said to be present, a number confirmed by building management logs that later circulated online. From 8:15 p.m. until nearly 2:40 a.m., the group drank heavily in the lavish apartment. A receipt allegedly leaked from the party showed an astonishing list of alcohol consumed: 10 bottles of hard liquor, including 2 bottles of Polish vodka at 96% alcohol, 3 bottles of whiskey, 2 dozen beers, and 4 bottles of red wine, among them a rare Lafite 1982 gifted by a wealthy patron. What happened inside the apartment has become the subject of heated speculation. Witnesses claimed Yu was pressured to drink far beyond his limit, to the point where he could no longer stand. The following day, a janitor described the apartment as reeking of alcohol, the sofas stained with vomit, and trash bins overflowing with empty bottles and crumpled tissues. Yet the most haunting piece of evidence came from the building's elevator camera, which captured Yu being half carried by 2 men at 1:50 a.m. His face looked ghostly pale, his legs buckled, and his voice trembled as he muttered, "I can't anymore. No more drinking." Among the most suspicious figures linked to the night is director Wang, a man who initially denied being present. He issued a public statement claiming he spent the evening at home working on a script and had nothing to do with the gathering. But the denial quickly fell apart when surveillance footage emerged from the building's lobby. At exactly 9:27 p.m., the camera recorded Wang entering the elevator, sharply dressed in a suit and carrying 2 bottles of alcohol. At 2:30 p.m., the same camera caught him leaving in visible haste, colliding with the janitor's cart on his way out. Even more damning was a leaked photo allegedly taken inside the apartment during the party. Though the room was dimly lit, the image showed Wang seated in the middle of the sofa, his right hand resting on Yu's shoulder. The actor's expression appeared stiff and vacant, his eyes unfocused, while the table in front of them was crowded with empty bottles and mysterious pill wrappers. After these revelations circulated online, Wang deleted his earlier statement, switched off his phone, and has not responded publicly since. The second figure clouded in suspicion is screenwriter Xiao, the very host of the gathering. Neighbors recall that only 3 days after the incident, Xiao abruptly vacated his apartment in the middle of the night. At around 4 a.m., 4 men dressed in black were seen hauling box after box out of his residence. Not furniture, but sealed cardboard containers. Xiao himself looked deeply unsettled, constantly staring at his phone before leaving in an unlicensed black SUV. Phone records later indicated his signal vanished in a remote town in Hebei province, after which he completely disappeared. To this day, his whereabouts remain unknown. The third figure is manager Liu, Yu's own handler, who has been accused of manipulative and suspicious behavior that evening. Phone logs allegedly show that in the hour leading up to Yu's collapse, Liu received 3 calls from an untraceable number, later confirmed to be a disposable SIM card. The first call, at 1:15 a.m. and lasting 27 seconds, appeared to leave him visibly shaken, though he continued to urge Yu to drink. The second call, at 1:45 a.m. and lasting over a minute, reportedly had Liu shouting, "It's almost done, just a little longer." The final call came at 2:10 a.m., after which Liu abruptly ordered everyone to leave the apartment. All 3 calls came from the same phantom number, which was deregistered immediately afterward. The fallout has been equally dramatic outside the investigation. Yu's 72-year-old mother, devastated and furious, confronted his management company in tears. In front of the office building, she accused them of covering up the truth, crying out, "They injected something into my son." She carried a banner that read, "Heartless company, return my son's life." Witnesses claim she fainted during the protest, and shocking footage showed her being shoved to the ground by security guards as she and her relatives tried to enter the premises. With blood dripping from her elbow, passers-by shouted in outrage, "How can you treat an old woman like this?" The scene only intensified public anger. Anonymous accounts also began surfacing online. A former trainee at the same agency claimed that the company had a long history of forcing young artists to drink at industry banquets. According to the whistleblower, anyone who refused was punished with fewer opportunities and diminished resources. 3 years earlier, a female trainee had allegedly been hospitalized with a gastric hemorrhage after being pressured to drink, with the incident quietly settled for 200,000 yuan. One of Yu's last known messages in a group chat hinted at his dread. "Just endure one last drinking party." Within hours of the whistleblower's account being posted online, the user's profile was mysteriously deleted. The story grew darker still with additional leaks. Forensic details allegedly confirmed Yu's blood alcohol concentration at 450 milligrams per 100 milliliters, 3 times the level considered lethal. Traces of an unknown substance were found in his stomach, and faint marks around his neck suggested he may have been physically restrained and forced to drink. One chilling rumor claimed the presence of tetrodotoxin, a potent neurotoxin found in pufferfish, discovered in his bloodstream, with a tiny injection mark on his thigh. Even more disturbing, forensic notes reportedly indicated DNA under Yu's fingernails belonging to someone else, as though he had struggled in his final moments. And yet, despite the torrent of rumors and supposed leaks, the authorities have remained silent. What has been confirmed is that a formal criminal investigation has been opened, with at least 8 individuals from the gathering summoned for questioning and all surveillance footage from the building seized for review. But no official report has been released, leaving the public clinging to every whisper, every blurred photo, and every deleted post that manages to surface before vanishing again. The story of Yu Menglong has become more than a tragedy. It is a cultural storm. Online, some demand justice, others demand restraint, and many simply want the truth. Was Yu a victim of a toxic industry culture, of betrayal by those closest to him, or a tragic accident blown out of proportion by rumor? The answers remain elusive. For now, the narrative is built on fragments, speculation, and the fury of a grieving family searching for answers in a world that refuses to provide them. As the days turn into weeks, one fact remains unchanged. The mystery of Yu Menglong's final night is far from resolved. And while the speculation continues to swirl, it is crucial to remember that much of what has circulated remains unverified. The case is still under official investigation, and only when the authorities release their findings will the truth finally be known. Until then, all else is rumor, and the world can only wait. The grief surrounding Yu Menglong's passing has transcended the boundaries of the entertainment industry. Fans have flooded social media with heartfelt tributes, posting clips of his most memorable performances and writing long messages as if speaking directly to him one last time. Many described how his gentle screen presence and quiet strength had inspired them through difficult times, and how it was unbearable to imagine that the man who once brought light to their lives could now be gone under such murky and painful circumstances. Outside his management office and even near the apartment where the incident occurred, mourners have gathered to leave flowers, candles, and handwritten letters, transforming the spaces into makeshift memorials filled with silent tears and whispered prayers. The sheer outpouring of love serves as a reminder of the profound impact he had on countless strangers who never met him in person, but who nevertheless felt deeply connected to his journey. Among fellow actors, directors, and industry colleagues, the sorrow is just as heavy. Many have spoken publicly of their disbelief, expressing regret that they could not do more to protect or support him in his struggles. Some have called him a rare talent with an unusually kind spirit in a field often marred by competition and harshness. Others have vowed to carry forward his legacy by pushing for safer, more humane practices within the entertainment world so that no one else might suffer in silence the way he did. His family, overwhelmed with loss, has repeatedly asked the public for patience and respect as the investigation unfolds, while also expressing gratitude for the love that continues to pour in from every corner of the world. Whether in the hushed sobs of his mother, the anguished statements of his peers, or the quiet vigils of fans, the sorrow for Yu Menglong has become a collective mourning,